And just to give you a little bit of an idea of where this happened, our bureau is right in the middle of the Wells Fargo Bank and this scene that is right behind me, and they're only about a half a mile apart. Today in Rowan County Superior Court, Kvansea Cornelius pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter. Vandals in Rowan County destroyed the electrical wiring and the inside of this bus over the weekend. But with this new terminal here that they are building, they'll be able to bring in up to 10 flights. You can see the real world throughout the entire game. Whether you're from China Grove or from Sharon, there's plenty of room on the hill for everyone. This plane now is an entire museum, and after years of planning, the walls are finally coming down. Well, today we spoke with many residents who say that this violence is getting out of control and that something needs to be done.
I don't know who the people are who did the shooting. I just know my little cousin, 9 years old, sleep in bed and was shot in the chest.
Neighbors say around 4 Tuesday morning, they woke up to the sound of gunshots at the Jones house on Caldwell Street. 3 people in the home were shot. 9-year-old Shakia Jones was one of them, and her family is looking for answers.
Where's the leadership? Who's in charge over here?
But the shooting on Caldwell Street wasn't the only one Monday night.
Officer said that there were 3 other shootings. He said there was one on Caldwell Street and one on Renota, in addition to the one at my daughter's house.
Hours before the Caldwell shooting, Sharika Barber says the same thing happened at her home.
We heard something go boom, boom, pow. My husband jumped up, ran through the house, cut on the hallway light, and that's when we realized we had gunshots all through our house.
Barber says her family was safe, but still, their home and cars are riddled with bullet holes.
And I think it's ridiculous. And whoever done it ought to be charged. Something ought to be done.
And both Miller's family and Barber's family want swift action to stop the violence.
It has to stop because it may be someone else's granddaughter today or grandchild today, but it could very well have been my grandson last night.
And family members say that Shakia Jones will still have a long recovery process, and they are just asking for prayers. From the mountains of North Carolina to ponds and lakes and parks around the state, the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission are giving fishing enthusiasts in the Piedmont area a Christmas gift a little closer to home.
This is a new opportunity we have to add an opportunity in the wintertime, and these rainbow trout, brook trout, and brown trout are what we're stocking in to add that fishing opportunity into the wintertime months for folks in this area.
And all you need to take part in the fun is a rod, reel, and a fishing license. Then the fish are yours for the taking.
Ultimate goal of this program is just to provide a fishing access for the public and a little bit closer and not in the mountain waters.
For people like the Evans family, the short drive makes for a perfect day off school.
We wouldn't be having much fun today because we'd be inside at the house and bouncing off the wall, so it's a whole lot more fun to come do this.
And for fishing fans like Ashlyn Evans,
that's not food for you, duck. The ducks are trying to eat my fish food.
A day at the lake couldn't be more perfect.
I like going outdoors a lot. That's probably what my favorite thing about fishing is.
Even though Ashlyn's only 8, she says she's loved fishing since she was 5.
I might not catch anything, but I'm going to have fun.
The catching one makes the day even better.
It just makes me feel really good because I've caught a fish that we can eat.
As for her father, he says having this opportunity close to home is wonderful for the area.
You know, every kid needs to be able to get out and do this, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on them to have fun.
In Cabarrus County, Courtney Davis, Spectrum News.
She came onto the intercom and said, sorry for the interruption, but we're going to be evacuated down to the football field.
Junior Lauren Jones says while teachers and administrators tried to stay calm, she knew Thursday morning's evacuation was serious.
We saw so many police officers in the student parking lot in the front. It didn't look like it was a drill, and it didn't sound like it was a drill.
Students at Central Cabarrus say they sat outside for about 2 hours, but they were evacuated so quickly they couldn't even grab their coats or backpacks.
Like my jacket was in a different classroom.
Yeah.
And our stuff was scattered, so we couldn't really go and get our stuff. We had to leave right then.
And the lack of communication from school officials didn't help.
Like nobody knew anything about it.
But parents were told even less about what was happening than the students.
Maybe they tried not to create a panic, but to me, I panicked right away because it was my daughter.
Diane Zelaznicki says her daughter is a French teacher at Hickory Ridge High School, but even she could not get information.
This is just a scary situation due to the events what have been happening around here lately, and this is such a nice area. It's just very frightening.
And with recent events across the country, students say the situation made them put things in perspective.
The thought of the Las Vegas shooting and all the other stuff that's been going on, something like this actually affecting us students here, just puts a lot to think about.
As for Zelaznicki, she says just remember what's most important.
And just hug your children. You just never know what could happen. Thank God for you, to be safe, that's all.